So guys, in today's tutorial video, I'll be sharing with us a detailed step-by-step guide on how to achieve this net crop top. As always, it's your girl Uwa Apparel. Kindly hit the subscribe button and let's get started. So I have here my pattern paper, which is in a fold, and at the very top I am taking my starting line. So from that I'll be taking every other measurement. So the first measurement I'll be taking there from the starting line will be my chest point. Okay, so next to that will be the full length of our crop top. So I'll go ahead now to rule a straight line across the point I just made. I'll do that for the chest line and also for the finishing line. So I'll go ahead to label them. The first is the starting line, the second is the chest line, and the last one is the finishing line. So the first measurement I am taking on my chest line will be my bust round, which is 40 inches divided by 4 to give me 10. Then I went ahead to take my shoulder to shoulder measurement of 7.5 inches. My shoulder measurement is 15 inches divided by 2 give me 7.5. And so for my neck measurement, I took a neck width of 4 inches and a depth of 3 inches for the front. And then for the back, it is 4 inches and 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'll go ahead now to connect both points together using my curve rule. So this pattern paper is what I'm going to be using for the front and the back of our crop top. So next, I would also be connecting my shoulder point there to my chest line with my straight rule. Okay, so after that, I went ahead to take my shoulder slope of 1 inch. I made a point there, and using my straight rule, I'll be connecting it back to the neck area. So now we're going to be determining the midpoint of our armhole, okay? So you see me folding my tape now in two so as to be able to get the midpoint. So I indicated it with a dot, as you can see. And now I'm going to be connecting these three points together using my curve rule. So those places I indicated is where I'm going to be connecting using my curve rule. So this particular measurement for the armhole area is what I use for my crop top. If we were to be drafting the pattern for maybe a regular top, you can see I indicated a dot inward now of 1/2 inch. Okay, so that will be for the front cutting and this other one will be for the back cutting. But because it's a crop top, we do not require two different armhole measurements. So from that armhole point there on my chest line, I added extra 2-inch allowance to it. And now I'm using my straight rule to connect it to the finishing line, as you can see me do right now. I mistakenly deleted a portion of the video, okay? So after drafting all the required pattern, I went ahead now to cut it out. The reason why you see me add 2 extra inch allowance is because I want to use this pattern paper subsequently to cut for clients. That's why you see me add those 2 extra allowances. Okay, so another thing is you can also make your crop top bogus, and then that extra 2-inch allowance is also required for ease. Okay, so after cutting out my pattern paper, you can see I've gone ahead to use it to cut on my net or lace. So I cut both the front and the back together. First, I used the back neckline pattern, and you can see me now trimming off the front neckline pattern to be able to make adjustments on the fabric for the front. So now I have both the fabric for the front and the back. So the one I am showing to us now on the table is the fabric for the back. While cutting that opening there and sewing, I didn't know that my recording wasn't on. So to be able to achieve this, simply fold this back fabric in two, or let it be in a fold, then mark half an inch at the middle area there, and then for depth you mark 3 inches and just cut it open, and using your bias fabric as interface. Okay, so that will be it for that opening at the back. So what I'm simply doing now is placing the front fabric on top of the back fabric, the right sides facing each other, and I'll go ahead to stitch on the shoulder there. So this is what we have after I was done stitching. You can see it's properly joined together. So I'll be using bias as interfacing for the neck area there. Okay, so I'll go ahead to open it up. I'm placing it on the front side of my net. I'll go ahead to stitch it there all the way around it, and after stitching I'll flip it over to the wrong side of our net, as you can see now, and I'll fold it twice. So I don't know if you can actually see it properly. I'm going to be folding the bias now twice, placing it on top of it that way, as you can see, and I'll go ahead to run my stitches around it again. So now this is the finished look of the neck area of our net crop top. So you can see the way I am flipping it now. I'm going to be folding it in two so as to be able to stitch on the two sides. Okay, so I'm going to be stitching it on both sides by 1 inch. Remember, we added 2-inch allowance, so 1 inch will be for ease while the other inch will be for allowance. Okay, so after I was done stitching, this is what we have. I'm flipping it over to the right sides now, and this is what the body is looking like. Okay, so next we're going to be working on the sleeve portion. So I'll go ahead now to set this aside. And so this piece of net fabric is what we're going to be using for the top portion of the sleeve. So the length is 18 inches while the depth is 5.5 inches. So you can see me measuring it there. That's 5.5 inches while the length is 18 inches. Okay, so this is the fabric, this is the net required for my sleeve round, my sleeve size. So if your sleeve is wider, it means you're going to use a wider fabric or net. So using my free hand, I am simply drafting the cap, the sleeve cap there. So I do this a lot in my videos. Okay, so that's a simple step for using your free hand to draft the cuff, and I went ahead to cut it out, as you can see. So we have 2 pieces of fabric for our sleeve there. I also have another net which is quite long. It's about 1.5 yards of length. This I'm going to be using to make pleats around the upper portion of this sleeve. So the length of the net for the pleating is 7 inches. Like I said, the length is 1.5 yards while the depth is 7 inches. So you can see the way I am placing it on top of the upper portion or the cap of our sleeve, other sleeve that was cut out. Okay, so I'm simply making pleats. So you could make your pleats smaller, okay, and fewer, or you could make it a little bit much. So you can see what I'm doing right now. So I'll go ahead now to the sewing machine to stitch both fabric together. Okay, and after I was done, this is what we have. And while opening it up, you can see it's looking very beautiful already. So this will be attaching to the body of our crop top. So I have the net for both sleeves, and this is the body of the top. Okay, so I'll be attaching it to the shoulder area there. So ensure to get the midpoint, the middle portion of your sleeve by folding it into two and making a notch at the middle. Okay, so you can see the way I am holding it in place around the shoulder area of the top. Okay, so I'll be doing it, sewing it all around the armhole area there as I indicate with my fingers. And this is what it is looking like already. So the remaining portion there that is open, I'll go ahead to run stitches around it as well as I'm indicating with my fingers. So guys, we're almost done with the making of our net crop top. You can see how the shape is looking simple, elegant, beautifully done already. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting around that portion there using my scissors. I'm trying to trim around the flower portion, okay, to create that flower effect around the border area so that this net crop top will look very, very beautiful. The reason why I'm cutting around the net is because usually if you buy your lace, if you cut around it, it will look more beautiful. So you can see what I've done all around it. I'm simply separating the portion that I would not be needing. Okay, so it's looking very beautiful. If you want the flower to be more visible, I would advise you use lace instead of nets. So the last and final thing I'm going to be doing for on this crop top is attaching my velvet bias around the neck area, the middle area there that is open at the back. So I'm going to be having my velvet bias as the strap for the back. So you can see me trying to make a bow tie at the back. So guys, we have come to the end of today's tutorial video on how to sew a simple, beautiful net crop top. If at this point you haven't subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button, give your girl a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial video. I'll be seeing us on the next one. Until then, stay blessed.